Welcome to the last lesson of our AI Bootcamp for non-technical investors. Before we launch into the last lesson, let me just reflect very briefly on this course. We will be doing a lot more with AI, and stay tuned for a more comprehensive announcement about what we have in mind and how this will look going forward. But I think we as investors need to get fluent with using AI in our investment process, and if you're running an investment firm, using it to actually run your firm better, and specifically to build relationships, maintain relationships, deepen them, and ultimately increase your AUM. So we're going to be touching on all of those subjects in the near future with various modules and really getting practical around what AI can do for us. So this 16-lesson course has been useful. It's been useful for me. I've learned a lot. I hope you have as well. Not just in terms of building a foundation for the use of AI in the idea generation process, but also for understanding how AI hallucinates, how sometimes an output that sounds good or looks good may be completely off and erroneous, and how to fix that. This course has been quite long, and it's felt a little bit like going back to school. So in the future, I want to be much more practical, have more targeted, smaller modules that immediately result in usable things for us on the investment side or the business side. And we're going to learn the fundamentals by doing and implementing actual production items that are going to provide immediate value. And so that's what I'm taking away from this course as kind of feedback on how we will do things a little bit differently in the future. I think this course has required a ton of patience. I don't know if you're watching this and you're actually watching it having done all 15 lessons to date. Congratulations. I think you're very much in the minority, which is fine, but it tells me that we need to get a lot more practical. So just quickly, stay tuned for more, but quickly on today's lesson, just to wrap up this course in particular, we've built an idea generation tool. It's quite simple, but it works. And what we're going to do today is schedule it to run on its own and to send us the output on whatever cadence we would like. Most of us will want that output once a week, let's say, in our email inbox. And that's definitely possible. We're going to see how to do that in this course. And also what we want to do is put in place a process for refining and improving this idea engine as we get the outputs, as we start having ideas as to how it could work better and give us higher signal, or how we can correct certain things we don't like about the output it's giving us. We're gonna today discuss a way to put in place that process for refining the engine over time. And by the way, with AI, there are ways to put in place a loop where the AI itself can improve over time without much input by us. That's not the subject of this lesson, but I think in the future, whenever we design a product, ideally it'll be self-improving over time. One last thing we're going to do today, which goes back to the discipline around doing things that will be useful, not just today, but 3 months from now. We're going to create a README file that's going to include everything we'd want to know if we forget over time the inner workings of this idea engine. And by reading the README file, we can get up to speed and then have the engine remain useful over time. So these are the main things we're going to do today. It's a nice way to wrap up this course. I hope if you've gone through the whole course that you have something that's usable, that you can put on a schedule and that'll add to your investment process. Obviously, no way this is going to replace any of our idea generation processes, but it can be a plus, a bonus, something else that is part of our pipeline. Thank you for being part of this course, and I look forward to much more in the future.